Dealing with people who just keep talking, respecting them while also still moving on. It's time to be an authentic leader. I'm sure we've all dealt with, from time to time, people who love conversation. They've got the gift of gab. They can talk about just about anything. There are times where I'll be talking with someone and I actually just need to move on. How do you respectfully cut off that conversation? I'll share with you just a quick story. This happened to me probably maybe 25 years ago. I was having a conversation with one of my neighbors in the backyard. We literally had like the picket fence between our yards, and we would many times just catch each other in the backyard, and we would talk from time to time. This is someone who I really respected. Actually, they were very professional in just about everything they did in their personal and professional life. We were talking for a while, and they realized that they need to move on, but I was not getting the hint. So what they simply said is that, hey Chris, I've got time for just one more story, and then I've got to get back to what I was doing. And I remember that hitting me in the moment and realizing that is about the most respectful way I've ever heard someone say, Chris, it's time to end this conversation and move on. We finished up with one quick little story, and we both respectfully said, yep, time to get back to work, and look forward to seeing you next time. So today I kind of have a double challenge for you. If you happen to be one of those people who have the gift of gab, my challenge to you is to recognize when someone may need to move on and do something else. If you're a little like me, I really don't have the gift of gab, but I also do have a lot of really important things to do. I appreciate the conversation, but my challenge to you, if you're like that, is to find opportunities in the conversation to simply respectfully say, I've got to move on. Can we finish this up and maybe follow up later? And it might be as simple as the phrase, I have time for just one more story and then I've got to move on. Now, if you're friends with me and you've heard me say that phrase, please know that I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever, but I also need to move on, and you probably do too. I find many times people who have that gift of gab may not be aware of the time, and when we end those conversations, it's not uncommon that someone will say, oh my goodness, I didn't realize what time it was. I've actually got to get to another appointment. So you're really doing a favor to the other person as well by just being aware and sensitive, but also respectful of the other person. Have you ever had a similar story like this where you've had to end a conversation? What are phrases that you use where you can end a conversation respectfully and move on to the next thing? Please add your comments below. I'd love to know what you think of today's video. Please also add those in the comments.